We are back. Episode number 4.
4.
Quick costume change.
I think I put my
really.
hair behind my ear. Changed it up a little bit.
Right, hang on. I'll just get off Instagram.
Yeah, don't be. That's very rude.
Sorry, I was just talking about those hot dog mums. Hot dog mums.
Hot dog mums. Hot dog mums. I have not had a hot dog in a long time, speaking of hot dogs.
No, I have not had a hot dog.
No, that's...
How nice to have.
We're very healthy now. We eat
Totally.
rice and chicken with extra sauce. Anyway.
So
it's about
4.
you today. That's what we're talking about.
Getting to know your videographer now.
Yeah.
I made some notes about this. Oh, I started to, then I kind of...
Yeah, so I've got questions lined up for you.
All right, so you're going to be asking me some questions.
Yeah, I like that because the spotlight's not entirely on me.
All right,
so
yeah. But you did a really good job.
I did amazing. Thank you.
So good stuff. All right, just make sure everything's recording. Yep, we are on. We're live.
We're on.
All right, Kath.
We're good to go.
We're good to go.
I have
All
some
right.
questions for you today.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go with how did you get into wedding videography and what do you enjoy about it?
Oh, so I got into wedding videography for a bit of a couple of reasons. But
Through
the first
me,
thing
but,
is through Kath.
Through me.
When I slid into her DMs about convincing her to meet me out in the bush in the
Which,
middle
if
of
you
nowhere.
want the full story, go back to the podcast.
Yeah,
before.
go back to for a maternity shoot. But no, I do a lot of commercial work, and I do some really cool projects.
Yeah.
But it's kind of lifeless and soulless, and it limits your creativity.
Yeah.
So I think, and no one really cares either. You know, like I said,
No one cares.
No, they don't. I sent you a DM the other day, right?
Yeah.
And I was showing you some advertisements that I did for a huge company.
Yeah.
That I did. It's like an $800 million company.
Yeah.
And here today, gone tomorrow. You know, like the stuff it's kind of soulless. So I wanted to change a pace, and I wanted to make videos that matter.
Yeah.
And so I thought, with my creativity, my creative vision, weddings just felt like the right move.
Yeah.
Yeah. And these videos aren't going to be going viral, making millions of dollars for people.
Well, they might.
Well, they might. Maybe.
That's the
Maybe.
goal.
Maybe.
Hold on a minute. That is the
goal.
goal.
Hang on. Let's readjust our goals.
Readjust that.
I would prefer now to make a movie or a film for a couple that only ever gets 2 views. That's the couple. Over getting paid tens of thousands of dollars, which I have done in the past, to do some commercial projects that will go viral, but no one cares, man.
Is it boring to
it
a
is
degree?
boring. It's sterile. Don't get me wrong. I still do commercial, and hey, guys, please don't fire me.
Don't fire him. This is not dissing on you.
I've actually got a big contract potentially coming next year, so that's
okay. Rewind
I love you guys. I take back everything. I retract it all.
Pay for my groceries.
Weddings gives me a creative outlet.
Yeah.
And it is super fun.
But that makes you universal because you can work everything.
Yeah.
That's
Totally.
good.
And look, I've done things from filming for TV, like we are for a company.
Which is cool. Yeah.
Back in the day. So I've done segments for the Sydney Weekender, Creek to Coast, and that was all done through Hip Camp. It was a company I used to work with, which is really sick. So it was kind of, it was pretty cool. It was on Channel 7. It was amazing to see your work out there. And
sick. I have Googled it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Cool.
And we almost died once.
That's fine.
Don't tell anyone, any of the producers that, but yeah.
Contract signed.
No,
we're
we
fine.
literally, we scaled a cliff face. No joke. It was like you fall, you die.
Yeah,
and
right.
me and my mate, there's photos of it. Yeah, like we're filming. We're still filming. We're filming,
shit.
wide lenses. It was crazy.
Yeah, no.
It was insane.
That's not it. Not for me.
Anyway, but that was quite fun. That was quite creative. But
are you going to video us on the beach? That sounds kinky, doesn't it? Not like that.
Get a video us on the
We've got
beach.
a content shoot next
What are we doing here?
Can we get the right content of our cars? We're going to all get bogged. It's going to be hilarious.
Oh, yeah. That's next weekend. That's right.
Yeah, that's next weekend.
I'll video us on the beach. And there's another girl there. So this is, this is getting real spicy.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, totally.
One board's gone well.
I'll be videoing you two anyway. So anyway.
That's also not any better.
None of the dirty jokes. But yeah, so commercial was fun and it's, but it's kind of soulless at the point.
That's fair.
So I think weddings just give me the creative outlet. I love mingling with the people. I love the chaoticness of the day. And I think the most important part of it is I love that if the wedding wasn't the best, sometimes weddings are a little bit stressful for the bride. Like how many brides have you spoken to? They kind of don't really remember the day because they're always getting whisked away. They hardly get to eat or enjoy the things that they've paid for and worked so hard to make. It's kind of an event for everyone else. They kind of see you get married and then you're whisked away for your photos and everyone's trying to have a 2-second conversation with you. And then the whole day is gone and then it's kind of a blur. Yeah. So whether it's a good day or a bad day or maybe just a day because I can't really remember it, I can go and retell the story, how I saw it.
You're very important.
Which I think is really awesome.
Yeah.
And if it was not the best day, I can make it the best day because you know what? Memories fade.
They do.
But the video won't.
Your 5 cameras do not fade.
No. So yeah, I'll either, there's this whole saying with weddings, you should document, not produce. But because I come from a corporate world, I can produce as well. So yeah, I will, if it's a cracker day and it's everything you wanted, I will document that.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't the best day ever, I will erase your memory and replace it with the best day ever.
Absolutely.
Through my creative vision. So yeah, I hope I kind of answered that.
That did answer. I think
That
got it. Let's have a look at what kind of style is your videography?
Ooh, okay, that's a good question. So I want to steal what you used before in the previous episode.
Copyright.
My style is, I think, exciting, candid. What's your candid?
We're copyrighted on that.
Yeah.
Guided, candid.
Guided, candid, exciting, and intimate. I think the style.
Serial traps are intimate.
I even think like filming techniques, I'm getting away from the using gimbals and things, which is definitely got its time and a place, which is like creating really smooth kind of slow footage and going more back to the roots of filmmaking, which is like organic, leaving some camera movements, using handheld footage over gimbal.
Feels a little bit more in the moment.
More in the moment.
Yeah,
I'm trying to,
Yeah.
And so that's kind of, I think that's my style. Like,
100%. That's definitely your style.
Yeah. And I like to, again, I can dress it up or dress it down kind of thing. I can do a more documentary style or I can kind of, like.
Depends on the couple as well. Some couples want a little bit more of a certain pizzazz. I don't video, so insert word here. But you manage it with the couple.
Yeah, exactly. And you'll definitely gauge that through, obviously, the touch points you have with a couple when they inquire, your meetings, your pre-wedding shoots, and all that sort of stuff.
Yes,
and then sometimes on the day they just lock up as well.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of pressure in that.
Yeah, that's fine.
So but that's pretty much my style in a nutshell.
That sounds like it.
Do you think? Yeah, I think it's kind of the video version of your photos. So,
I think so, and that's probably why we work so well together.
Yeah.
Why we book together.
Yeah,
people are like, wait, it's the same shit.
Yeah, same diff.
Same.
Totally.
All right, let's have a talk about wedding day challenges. So, what do you do to make sure you get everything captured on the day that's important?
I don't plan a single thing.
Sick.
I wing it and I have no wet weather plans and just hope for the best.
Yeah. Oh, that's me daily. All of a sudden I go professional when it's a wedding. It's weird.
Totally. What it is, I'll sum it down to really clear communication.
Yes.
That's probably the most important part.
Yeah.
And obviously planning everything, with the bride, having a really suffice timeline is very important. That structure is super important, but then also weddings, anything can happen. So you've got to be able to pivot on a dime. Yeah, I think that's probably the way to manage that. Yeah,
definitely. I think that comes down to choosing the right videographer and photographer who know how to work in different circumstances, weather, location, lighting.
Definitely.
Yeah, so do a bit of research in there, people, before you book. What do you do for, I guess we kind of answered that, but what is your wet weather
plan?
Contingency plan.
Bring no umbrellas and bring no foul weather gear. Make sure the ceremony's still outside.
Yeah, with your Bunnings umbrellas because they're really aesthetically pleasing. Oh, it's like grandma in the middle with a bright pink one. And you're like, that's not it.
Perfect. No, wet weather routine. So look, obviously when you book with a venue, you're going to probably have a wet weather routine. So if it's outside, it'll be moved inside.
Some do not though. So when you're booking, make sure. That's super smart. And we'll go with the day. But I can film pretty much in a tsunami.
So yeah, one of a tsunami. So like I will do anything for the shots.
Yep.
My stuff is protected. I have like little raincoats for the cameras. They're weather sealed.
Yes, that's cool.
I've actually a lot of experience again with one of my hobbies. I like to film ASMR camping videos in the rain, so I can work in the rain and keep everything dry.
Well, I'm glad Sony finally did that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sony for a while there was not weather resistant.
They might not have
and I was
like,
look at me, top tier Canon, and then I just got shot down completely.
Yeah. But so look, I think having I'll have like wet weather gear for the camera.
Yep.
And you just got to go with it.
Yep.
Like I'm not afraid to shoot in the rain. So if and don't forget, like a little bit of rain is good for the footage, I think.
I think rain's great.
You get soft, beautiful lighting, you get reflective,
Absolutely.
you get nice bokeh.
Yeah.
So like a shower on your wedding day, I think is awesome.
It's awesome.
With some overcast weather.
And if you as the couple don't want to get wet, clear umbrella.
Yeah, totally.
We will get in the rain. It's fine. Yeah. I don't need to look good.
That's my plan. Just kind of go with it, keep the gear dry.
It's a good plan.
And work with the bride.
It's a great plan.
Yeah.
It's very, very good plan.
Uh-huh.
All right. What trends are you seeing for wedding videography for 2025?
Trends for wedding videography for 2025. Oh, this is a good one.
It is a good one.
Okay, this is really interesting. So I think this may be like 2025, maybe 2026.
Yes.
But I think you're going to start seeing full featured films filmed vertically.
Yeah.
Yep, the whole thing.
I mean, that's what the social media platform is. That's how you view it.
That's how we all view it. Yeah. Like I will do highlight reels and things.
Yeah.
Vertical as well. I like to do obviously horizontal and post it sideways and rotate.
That's fine.
But I think as we grow as an industry and everything is filmed, until they start making phones this way,
which is never going to be.
Which is never going to happen.
No. Although, do you remember those slide ones?
Yes.
Was it Motorola or something? And it had the keyboard on it? Yeah, that was
I do remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that is going to be a big trend coming into 2025. And obviously, I suppose creative trends like the slow shutter, the shutter drag, I think on video looks quite cool.
It does look cool.
More black and white, I think, is coming in.
I love black and white. I love green and black and white is my thing.
Yeah. Totally.
Moody style in that.
Yeah.
So all black and white. But you got to do black and white right.
Yeah, you absolutely do.
I've seen a lot of it lately and it's just like slapped a black and white on in the middle of a film and I'm like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
And then I'll go back to colour again and I'm like,
yeah.
It's not appealing. It's got to be like the moody.
It's got to be moody.
In a moody moment.
Right. Yeah. And then I also think maybe the integration of AI for post-production.
Yep.
Which I think is in a couple of these questions here we'll get into later on. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. What? Like that wasn't it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. Are there any classic styles of wedding videos that couples are still loving?
It's kind of weird, but there is.
Yeah.
What's came back, I think, over the last 12 months or maybe the last couple of years, but it's kind of really in vogue now, is your Uncle Bob handy-cam footage is getting really popular again.
I don't like this.
And and like there's different versions of it. Like some people are doing like Super 8 film and things, and which is cool. But look, you have like
it's done right, but if it's not, it looks like my toddler just held the
even
camera.
like your old Sony Handycam that like my parents had one.
Yeah.
From like the 90s and early 2000s. Like that is really coming back, I think.
Yeah.
So and it's getting integrated really well through wedding film. Sometimes. But it's also, I know of filmmakers now who are bringing something like that and giving it to the brides. And the brides will have it for the day.
Yeah, see, that's kind of fun.
And that's fun. And they're going to get all of the like...
That's their perspective.
Yeah. And
love it.
It's cool. And it's fun. It's chaotic. It's shaky. It's made for like
intentionally,
a VCR.
That's what it's meant to be. Yeah.
So I think, I see that.
See that? I mean, that's pretty cool.
It is cool.
I do like it. Yeah. I think.
And you know what? Something else. Ceremony videos, I think, are coming back.
Yes. You've had a few that have asked for ceremony.
Yeah. And I actually, I did a complimentary ceremony film for Emma.
Yes, you did.
And she was absolutely blown away by it.
It's their whole...
Yeah, like she loves her highlight trailer. She loves it, she loves it.
Yeah.
But she messaged me and she said like that ceremony film, and that was just filmed in its entirety. It was raw, it was organic. It was just the ceremony.
I do love it.
The way it was on the day.
Yeah.
And
is that from one camera perspective?
No, I have multiple cameras. Yeah. So I think on that day I had 3 cameras.
Yes, you had 3 set up on that day.
3 cameras, yes. So that's nice. So so it's 45 degrees. So pretty much a camera on the bride, camera on the groom, and then I have a camera in the center. And then also I'll also grab the camera in the center and go roaming as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's really nice. It's really well done. And that it's a bit of I've had a few more requests like that. Yep. So I think people want the beautiful Hollywood highlight film, and that's what I really enjoy making.
Does that take you long to edit that?
The ceremony or
the ceremony.
It depends.
Like if someone adds it onto a package.
It's probably another day edit.
Another day?
Yeah, it's about another day. It's just about, obviously, because it can be anywhere from 3. I'm going to do a ceremony edit for a previous wedding that I just did, and that was 5 cameras. Wow. So I've got 5 cameras to sync up. I've got 4 different lots of audio, and then going between each camera. And
so you have bride and groom.
That will take a few days. That'll take probably a good 3 days.
Okay.
Post-production.
That's not too bad.
So it's all right.
That's not bad at all.
But so I think they're really coming back though. People want that kind of. That's not cheesy, but it's like it's just how it was. It's just your special.
They can
moment.
relive the day. Actually,
and if a toddler runs out,
it's
want
hilarious.
mum or
it's hilarious.
Grandma standing there with her iPad. It's all cool.
Oh, grandma with an iPad. Stop with the iPads.
I think that
perfect. Okay. All right. Next one. Working with couples. Yeah. Okay. So how do you make sure your couple's vision on the wedding day video comes to life?
I think obviously clear communication at the start. So, hopefully the couples have picked me because they like my work.
It's a good start if they like your work.
Start, right? Yeah. And because I'm not the cheapest person in the world either, so they're not coming to me for a complete bargain.
No.
And then,
but it's worth it.
It is worth it, right?
The professional side.
It is worth it.
Yeah.
And then obviously we'll have a consultation to make sure our vision aligns. Mm-hmm. And then we can really nut out how the shoot's going to go with the pre-wedding shoot. Yep. So, and that's kind of where we can all decide on whether I want to work for them and they want me to work for them.
So very similar.
So it's a two-way, it's a relationship.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. What advice do you give them if they are nervous about being in front of the camera?
Just relax, man.
Relax.
Hey,
have a shot.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And this is where it comes into I can't remember why. I can't remember what you said. It's natural candid, wasn't it? No. What?
Guided candid.
Why can't I remember that?
I really like it, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Guided candid. So if they're super nervous, like having a guided candid approach, which the way you described it before was really good. So like not being invasive, but just getting them to do basic movements, some basic poses, like hold hands and smile.
Yeah.
Or walk towards me.
Yeah.
And crack some jokes. Totally. And I'm going to film that.
Yeah.
Can you walk? Can you kiss your partner? Well, then we can make a movie.
We can make a video.
Yeah.
Very easy.
And it's not OnlyFans. So.
Yeah, and it's not only, but we can do that.
Well, hey, the last couple, they were doing some good kisses.
They were getting onto it. We love that.
So, just relax and I'll have a guided candid approach. So
is that going to be our motto now?
Yeah, that is it. That is it. Yeah.
We'll put it under our podcast.
Yeah.
Guided candid approaches.
The guided candid podcast. Maybe we should change it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. Editing and delivery. What does your editing process look like and how long does it take to finish a video? I mean, we've chatted about this.
Yeah, we have. So
let's go into it a little bit more.
Yeah. So my editing process for a film will be about a month.
Yep. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Quite a lot of work goes into it. It's kind of boring. It's all just back-end work in Adobe Premiere Pro.
It's not boring for me. I watched you editing a video once and my mind was blown.
Oh, from those stories?
No. It was sitting in your laptop set up and I'm like, 50 different things are open and I'm like, my brain.
Yeah, right. So what I do, I sit behind a computer with all of the footage for the day and I will sit there on the computer for the next, week at least and get the video semi-done.
All the different audios, all the different...
Yeah.
You got 20 different cameras.
Totally. And then I go away and I come back to it a few times and, go get some air and it reignites. Like things come back to me as well. Like I have a running timeline of the edit because I shoot to edit. So I kind of know how it's all going to go together.
Which is what you learn over time.
Yeah, you do. And then just over the week. So I get like a base edit done over the first week. Yeah. And then I'll critique it over the next 3 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, and obviously I've got other jobs and things and I'm there too. But that helps. That helps. And by the 4th week, I'll have the polished finished product.
And I think that's a very quick timeline for a video.
For a wedding film. It's pretty good, yeah. Especially the quality, I think, as well. Like,
does it change in busy season for you at all?
No, not
Like
yet.
me? No?
Nah,
Okay.
not
I
yet
add
for
an
me.
extra week
I
in
haven't.
case. Yeah.
It could,
Yeah.
but at the moment I can sustain
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
And you would discuss it with your clients.
I will
if
discuss
something
it. Yeah,
happens.
yeah. If I had
just
to,
contingency.
worst case 6 weeks. I think
Yeah.
I would push it out to.
Yeah.
But until I need to change it on my contract, you get it within
That's good.
on the day.
I think 4 weeks is perfect.
Actually, with Emma's, I was 1 day late,
1 day.
but
1 day.
I did do her a complimentary
True.
ceremony edit, which I wanted to deliver with the film.
Was it? I think it was on time. I think it was on the dot, wasn't it?
No, I think I'll own it. It was 1 day late.
I'll own it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll own
okay.
it.
Look,
But,
that's the first step.
but she got a free ceremony edit, so which she loved more than anything.
She'd be stoked with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely stoked. How do you deliver your final video to the couples, and what options do they have, like digital, physical copies?
So I deliver everything online.
Everything's online.
Yeah, so I have a couple of different versions. I have the Pixie set, which is
I love
they
Pixie set.
integrate video
Yeah.
now, which is really cool. So I'll take some screenshots as well and make it super pretty,
Yeah.
and then I'll have the video delivered in there. That's a nice way to share it around with the family, and that's just in 1080.
It's very easy to download a Pixie set.
It is.
Pixie
it
set
is.
as unreal. So,
It is. It's nice, and it looks fun. You know, you get
Yeah.
this. Well, it looks like your own website of your special
Pretty
day.
much. Yeah.
It's really
It's
nice.
what it is. Yeah.
And then I also deliver everything on Google Drive as well,
Cool.
and that's just super practical. And then that has all your 4K.
Oh, so you deliver
downloads.
2 different ways.
Yeah. And then
okay.
if I really like the couple and they're really nice, I'll put a bunch of like just some short content that I've just kind of put together over the time as well.
Yeah.
So they might get a couple of extra reels and
Extras.
things, and
Bit
just
of fun
different.
stuff.
Everything just formatted for different ways, and
It's clever.
yeah. So I kind of use the 2 different systems. So
Yeah.
I get my nice, pretty. That's the first thing they look at.
Yeah.
And then it's by the way, we have this backdoor stuff that you can use
Extra.
as well.
We've
It's
got
just
some extras
easy,
for you.
Yeah.
Which is good for social media side.
Yeah. Totally.
Little highlights of the day. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
How do you build trust with your couples when filming their important day?
I think the pre-wedding shoot really comes into that.
Yeah.
Because it's just, there is no phone or screens or anything to hide behind. It's you working with them.
Yeah.
They can see how you work, and you can see how they react to your work. Well, before
You
you
just
knock over the
nearly knocked over
the bars.
Don't do that.
No. So I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
To just see how it works, because it's a 2-way street.
Yes,
You've got to enjoy working
me.
with the couple, and the couple need to enjoy working with you.
Absolutely.
And if they've obviously picked you because they love your work, and then you have a brilliant relationship, it's kind of like we said in the last podcast. Being a bride, or the groom and bride, they need to kind of look at your photographer and videographers as like, could I be friends with this person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
So if you
very
love their
similar.
work and you're like, oh my God, I could even be best friends with
They're
them.
the person for you.
That's a person you need
And
to
this
hire.
person. Yeah. 100%.
No matter how much they cost.
Yeah,
How cheap
that's
they are or expensive they
Yeah.
are. Like you
You
want
work
them
it
on
out.
your team.
Yeah.
And then I also think, which I've used in the last, probably in the last 6 months,
Yeah.
is open communication with the brides.
Yes.
So I have them I have a folder in my email set up, and they just CC me and everything. I ask to CC, especially if there's planners and different vendors and things involved.
Yes.
CC me and everything, and just give them open communication. And you know what? Some people don't like that because they're like, oh, I'm going to get hounded all the time. You know what? I don't get hounded.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
get like 3 or 4 emails in 6 months.
Yeah. It's fine.
And you know what? It gives them a sense of like, oh my God, he's there, he's listening.
Yeah. Responding.
Yeah, responding is a huge one. And I will acknowledge those emails. You know,
Yeah.
thanks for,
if
hey,
they're not
whatever.
responding to you, see ya.
See you later. And we
Not
had
the client, the vendor.
Yeah. We had a mutual friend that had problems with.
Yes.
With
Already had red
videographers not
flags
responding.
prior
Yeah.
of no communication, and
Until like like a day before or something.
it was literally days before.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, so
and they were like, sorry, I wasn't
and
around.
like I genuinely care.
Yeah.
Like I want to
Yeah.
be kept in the loop.
Yeah.
And and if it helps the bride's anxiety, because it can be an anxious time.
Yes.
Yeah, email me, reach out.
Yeah.
Shoot me a DM, call me.
Yeah.
Vent.
There's
I don't know.
we have
whatever.
different avenues.
It's all
I've got
good.
my phone
I'm
number
like
there
a
for 'em.
psychologist as well.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's have a chat about your day. I can help
I don't have
you.
a degree in it, but I feel like I do now after,
I can tell you
after
positive
doing this type of
aspects.
stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
cool.
summary of that is a pre-wedding shoot.
Yep.
And communication. with the bride.
Communication. It's
Yeah.
always communication. Big
It
thing.
sounds so cliche, but it's so.
It does.
It is what it is.
But
yeah.
what about these companies that are communicating and then don't have a wedding video? Funny
Don't turn
that.
up.
It's a red. If you got a red flag before you got to your wedding
Yeah.
day, that's not a good start.
Yeah.
All right. So, how do you stay true to your own style while making the video personal for the couple?
how do I stay true to my own style?
So if they've come to you saying, I want this kind of way, do you go?
Oh, right. So they bring me examples.
Yes. Do you do that? Do you?
Actually, I ask
Yeah.
for some examples in a questionnaire
For what they're
of
hoping
things
for.
that they like.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't align with my style, I can be honest with that.
Be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Absolutely.
actually request it.
Yep.
Yeah. Which
So
I think,
how big's your questionnaire? 'Cause mine's got about 15 questions that goes out.
Yeah, mine's about 15 or 20.
Yeah.
And it's super basic. And
Yes.
this is just a quick, like, what's your wedding date?
Yeah. Where's it at?
Where's it at? How many
Who
people?
have you booked in?
Yeah, that's
Vendors,
it.
yeah.
Like, and pretty much like, what are some,
Emergency contact.
Yeah,
We just
and
really
you-
touch on this.
Yeah.
For the wedding day, have a phone number in place of someone who's not the bride or groom.
Yes.
Because if something goes wrong, we need to know who we
Yeah.
can speak to.
and it's super basic, but you get a lot out of it.
Get a lot,
so,
yeah.
and then tag me a bunch of people some
Yeah.
videos that you've really enjoyed.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I check them out. And if they're like not what I do, I've got to be honest. Go, hey guys,
say
this
it's
isn't
not
my
my
style.
style.
Like I
Yeah.
could do this, but I'm forcing it.
Do you have videographers that you can recommend them to?
Yes, I do.
do
Now,
have
these
to?
videographers don't know me, but I really like their work.
Yes.
They do some exquisite work. It's
Yeah.
incredible. And there are a couple of city-based ones here. They are pretty expensive.
Yeah.
And they're very high-end. And their work, their production,
Yeah.
they have like three dudes on site, 4 dudes on site.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite an event.
But you would rather recommend them to be the style the couple wants than you be like, oh, just take it on and it's not what they want. Then you're not going
Yeah.
to get great reviews because they're going to be like, well, it's not what I wanted.
Yeah, yeah.
it's better to pass on, yeah.
And these are the types of weddings where the bride rocks up in a white Ferrari.
Yes.
And, and like, it's so extra. It's
Yeah.
just like, and that's cool if you're
It's
into
cool.
it. And,
Yeah.
the venue is like $100,000 and like things like that. That happens in Sydney, right? That's,
Yeah, oh yeah, that's just a
and
standard
that's
wedding here.
not, it's much, I could charge them, to get away with $10,000 or $15,000 and they probably wouldn't blink.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be able to deliver the right product.
The one that
like
they want.
my niche, my thing that I've really, I think, developed over the last 12 months
Yeah.
is like a rustic country coastal
Yes.
boutique experience.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I think if I was to summarize it, that's what it is.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I can't charge $10,000 for those weddings, but I can charge a fair amount.
Yeah.
And I would much rather be doing that than something that I shouldn't be doing.
That you shouldn't be doing, or
Yeah.
that you're not really. It's not your workflow. It's not your
it's not.
style.
It's
You don't
definitely
want to
not.
do
I
it.
love
It's
raw, organic,
Yeah.
rustic. Don't get me wrong. I love a high production quality. I've got $50,000 worth of gear on me at the time. Like I'm a great person to rob.
Oh, you
Like-
are. It's
Don't get me
wild
wrong,
what you
like,
turn up with.
a lot
Honestly,
happens. Like
Yeah. But you do
yeah.
see a lot of
love
videographers
doing
starting out will be like, yes, I'll do that. Like photographers too.
Yeah.
I'll just do it all, and it's not.
do it all.
It's not a good business.
It's not a good
move.
business. Like I've done that in commercial before.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like you can always redo that. Like
Yeah.
your wedding day, you can't.
You can't redo a wedding day.
You can't really. So you really
find
have
the
to
right
be
person.
careful and selective and figure things
Absolutely.
out. So yeah, I hope I kind of answered that in the right.
I think you did. I
The
think you
right
did
way?
quite
Yeah.
well with that. That's great. Memorable moments. What is the most memorable wedding you have filmed so far?
All right. So there's actually two.
Two. I
There's
think
two.
I know where one of them's going.
Wow. So you
One of his
actually
dad on-
may not know this, Kath, but I filmed a wedding in 2017.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I think I've been
Before
doing
my
this.
kid was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I filmed a wedding in 2017. So back in about 2017 is when I got into photography and videography. And a friend of mine that I work with, and this is just as I got out of the military, he got into filmmaking and so more photography.
Yeah.
And he's doing pretty well. He's an amazing black and white photographer.
Okay.
And he's in Sydney here. And he asked me would I be interested in filming a wedding for him?
Sweet. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I can give that a go.
Give it a crack.
Like that's cool.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
And like it was pretty wild. It was hectic. It was way out of my my scope of practice.
Where
for
was
sure.
it?
Hey?
Where was it? Sydney based?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they hired for the reception was in the Sydney Opera House.
Oh wow!
It was next
That
level,
is
man.
cool.
The guy, the wedding that we shot, the groom, he owns an insurance company.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so I attacked this wedding with 2 Canon M50s,
Sick.
and I remember, and I thought like we also didn't have a whole lot of information because my mate was very kind of unorganized. We're both winging it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know what you don't know, and the information wasn't even on YouTube at that point. You couldn't really research a whole. There wasn't. You didn't have the access to the stuff that we have now. So I suppose it was a blessing and a curse that I went in quite blindly.
Yeah, okay.
And I remember once I rocked up to the Opera House and they had like this whole wing segmented off for themselves.
That is so cool.
I was like, I shouldn't be here. I should not be here. Like,
This is not it.
This is not good.
Yeah.
And cut a long story short, I did really well. To be honest, I'll show you the video after this.
I need to see it.
It was on 2 Canon M50. Do you even know what a Canon M50 is? Have you seen one?
Yes.
Like, yeah. They're the first Canon mirrorless camera.
From years ago.
Years ago.
Yeah.
And prior to this, I only had shot like cute content of my dog. That's it. And
Lucy. We love Lucy.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And it was just, I will never forget. And I remember just rocking up to the Sydney Opera House and just going, my God, I should not be here. That was a moment. It was a profound
So
moment.
you're going to be triggered when we go there in a few weeks for our content? Or?
No, actually no, because
Okay.
it's led to this point.
Okay.
So but I shouldn't have been on the job.
Yeah.
They could have afforded, and you know what? I charged $500 for it.
Sick. Yeah. There we are.
idea.
First days. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
And again, like I wouldn't have. I was just helping a friend.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, oh, sure, I can come and do
Can't
this.
be
Like,
that bad. Yeah.
Yeah, and I edited it on an old MacBook Air, and it was just
on
the
an
worst.
Air. That's even. Oh
from like,
no.
It's like the first Air. It was awful.
Yeah.
But I'll show you the film. To be
Yes.
honest, I still think the film is better than half the shit I see on Instagram now.
Well.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and this is a long time ago.
People we got cameras now and they're like, I'm a videographer, photographer. And you're like, no,
Yeah,
you're not. No,
totally.
you need to work.
So that, and then my second most memorable moment was getting my last wedding last week.
Get that
it's a
bride on
wedding
the
that
water.
I contracted for.
That's sick.
As a joke, I said, hey, do you want to, so it was a beautiful beach wedding
Yeah.
up on the Central Coast. And she just, post-ceremony, got into her second dress. So ready for the reception.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what would be amazing? If you get into that beach water. You hop into the water and she's like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
She ran.
I'm like, oh my God. She started running towards it. I'm like, she's not going to get in. She's kidding. She leaps into the, she was like in the water, in the surf, in her dress. And I'm just filming. And then, you see the photographer running down, he's in waist deep in the bloody, it was like a Baywatch, man.
This would have been unreal.
And then the groom's running after her. It was just amazing. And,
so much fun.
if you check out the highlight reel, it's fucking,
It's awesome. It's on
really
your page.
cool.
It is good.
Yeah.
It's worth it. Go have a look.
It's super fun. So, and she was the best bride ever.
She
was
great.
so cool.
She seems
It was
great.
just-
Even the bridal party looked great.
Yeah, dude, that was so much fun.
The hype team.
There was this like token like gay Asian dude. He was the best.
He was so good.
Like, gay guys know how to party, man.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I mean?
They're a ton of fun.
He was like, I think he wasn't the maid of honor. He was the maid of dishonor. I think he had a sash, like a sack.
I love
that.
that.
It was the best. Yeah.
And he would have hyped this up so much. He would
He
have
was
been
the
so
ultimate
good.
hype chick.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
love that. We all need someone like that in our life.
Totally. So they were two very memorable moments. And it's funny because it's actually my first ever wedding I've ever done.
Yeah.
And
it's
then it was actually my latest wedding too.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I guess that kind of then comes into have you had any surprising or funny moments that stood out? I mean, obviously surprising. She jumps in the water.
Getting
Is
someone
surprising.
into the water is crazy. But then also another surprising moment was, I think, your most surprising moment when you shot the bride and burnouts were happening around them
dope.
with V8 Tiranas.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen, I know we kind of went into it last podcast.
We
But
did.
that was super surprising too. That's definitely one of mine as well.
That's very cool. But you lived vicariously through me on that moment.
I did.
I was very bummed you couldn't come along.
Yeah. Well, I had to go fetch my cameras in the
Yeah,
paddocks.
you had to do
And that was
the-
lastminute.com. I was like, oh, by the
I'm
way,
like, bye.
who wants to do burnouts? And
And everyone's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, shit, we're going.
God damn, yeah.
You had to get the venue though. So
Yes, yeah.
the important part of videographer.
Totally.
All right. To choose your videographer, what should couples look for when they're choosing their wedding videographer?
Oh, okay. This is good. Well, I think the first thing is you need to love their work. And this is we've kind of answered it like in a few different ways, but you've got to love their work.
You got to. Step one, work.
Step one, look at their
Don't
Instagram.
book them if it's not what you want.
Yeah. So step one is work.
Yeah.
Step two is have a conversation with them, a meeting, whether it's Zoom or face-to-face.
Yeah.
Step three, if they're good, they should offer some type of like an hour out of their time.
Yeah.
And if you're like within, a couple of hours of each other, to do a pre-wedding shoot.
Absolutely.
It's just nuts, everything, you can just work everything
Make sure
out.
you can all work together.
See how they work out. Like I love it more, and that's free. That's complimentary.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So, and then, go from there. And if the last thing you should be looking at is the price. I know price is subjective, and like price determines everything, I suppose. But like you'll make it work. You're only really going to do this once.
Also, pick your priorities for the day. Do you want to have your memories captured as the priority, or do you want the flowers to look good?
Yeah, totally.
Now, that's nothing against a florist. Nothing against a florist at all because they are freaking awesome. But what's more important to you?
So maybe
You know what I
put
mean?
more of your budget into videography and photography,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
And
totally.
then just reduce
I
the
get that.
back- yeah.
Prioritize where you want
Yeah.
things. Because you know what, like, yeah, I might take a couple of nice photos of some flowers or some videos of some flowers,
Yeah.
but you know, like whether the flowers are there or not, I'm gonna make a
Yeah.
killer video of you and your partner, like,
and your memories with them. So I think public priority there in your money.
Yeah. So definitely, I think, obviously, you've got to like their work, have a touch point, a conversation, see the vibe.
Yeah.
You know, do a pre-wedding shoot because you can figure out, you know, whether you guys both like each other. It's got to go two ways.
Yeah.
And then lock them in.
Which kind of works into the next point of a personal connection with the videographer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get to know them prior.
Yeah. You want to be, as a
Yeah.
bride or a groom, you kind of got to look at this vendor, the videographer and photographer, like I could be friends with them. And we said this like 5 times in the last like 2
but
hours.
it's because it's important.
It's really true.
It's so important.
100%.
Yeah.
'Cause you guys are buddies all day.
Yeah.
And it's funny, by the end of the night, you're like, fuck yeah. You kind of feel like,
yeah.
like you're friends with them and you kind of feel sad. Like,
It's weird when you leave, isn't it?
Is this it?
You're like,
'Cause some of them you won't see
shit.
again.
I won't see you, yeah.
And then obviously.
I do. I get family photos then booked in yearly afterwards.
That's really nice.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe we can work out a deal there.
Yeah, totally.
The discounted.
Well, it makes
family
sense. You know, once you get married, you have kids and, you know,
Yeah.
repeat customers. So,
I mean, all my clients have a 10% discount
yeah,
if you've ever booked in with me.
Nice. It's pretty fun. I've started saying the last couple of weddings I've been doing is I give a 25% discount if you get divorced and you get married again. So,
Because, you know, I'm going to do my job well. So,
yeah, totally.
Love it.
Totally.
All right.
So,
we're coming up to the end here.
Yeah.
We've flown through this one.
it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So looking into the future, how do you see wedding videography changing in the next few years? Or do you see it changing?
Do I see it changing?
Yeah. And if so, how?
Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm. Maybe not so much like what I do per se.
Yeah.
But I see wedding video, more post-production changing. So I see that there is an AI model coming out where, you know, like bride and grooms will set up like a hashtag so everyone can put their photos and videos into. And then that all goes to one spot at the end of the day. And then, so I see that there are software programs coming out where you do that process and then the software model will produce a pretty high-end wedding film or video book or whatever it is more of videos and photos. So you're essentially going to get like a highlight trailer and it's going to do the music. It's going to pick all the best shots. It's going to lightly color grade without breaking the footage down. It's going to be a whole thing. And people are like, oh, you know, it might be pretty gimmicky, but like we're already seeing it. Like our iPhones do memory things and that puts
all the
music
time.
and, you know, I think we spoke about it last potty, but I think there's going to be more integration of that type stuff.
Yeah. Which will never take over you, but it'll just be a nice little addition.
It is, yeah, for sure. You
Weddings,
can either lean into it or you can be like, oh, it's going to take our jobs.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
again, same with content creation. We can either lean into it and be like, this is great, or we can be like, oh.
Yeah, totally.
I think it's great, but.
Totally. No, I look, and I think content creation is going to get bigger.
Absolutely.
And I think it's actually something I want to go into content creation with you as well.
I think our next podcast, we might have a big chat about that and see if we can bring someone on even.
Yes, I think we do have someone coming, which is really cool.
We have some lineups.
Yeah, and she's a killer, man.
Yeah,
like, she's
we have
awesome.
some pretty cool people.
Yeah. She's like international weddings and that's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
Shooting weddings on your
pretty
iPhone.
Great person to have on.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so that's kind of like where I see it going, and obviously I see like more trend wise. I think people looping back around to like more of your intimate ceremony films and things.
Yeah.
I've been asked a few times now just to film ceremonies. They don't even want highlight trailers.
Oh,
so maybe we're looping back around again.
Yeah.
But so I think it's a combination of old school and new technology.
Yeah. Are you excited to pop any of it into your work to try?
I'm definitely, and I've seen a few things like people wanting to have like 360 camera footage and that integrated into, you know, and obviously more drone footage.
Drone's pretty great. I do actually love that view.
Yeah, drone's nice.
Yeah.
And I think more BTS. So this is really good for where content creators come in, and also like BTS from like 360 cameras. And you can even get these tiny little drones that have just been released by DJI.
Yeah.
Where they're like $300 or $400 and they will hover around for like an hour.
Oh, sweet.
Really quite cool. Like, and just get like behind the scenes footage.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then I also think like, you know, the expansion or the collaboration between Meta and Ray-Bans with the POV view.
Yeah, we
BT,
talked about
you
that.
know, so your
Kinda
cameras and your
cool.
glasses and your prescription glasses. That's amazing
Yeah.
for, you know, BTS. So Yeah, I think it's a combination of all the above.
So a few things which would be positively used
Yeah.
in the industry for us. Yeah, definitely.
For sure. But I think I'll settle on this, and like, I suppose people can steal this idea. I think it's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But I was actually looking at getting another camera and not a Sony, right? So get this.
Wow.
So
Are you
I
going to
was
step
thinking,
down off Sony?
No, not for video, But you've heard of Fujifilm, right?
Yes.
So Fujifilm create this. They've done this old retro camera. It's amazing. It's called the V106. It's a 35mm fixed lens.
Yep, I've seen this.
Yeah, really cool. They're really hard to buy because
Yeah.
TikTok made them famous.
It's just a thing now.
But they are really good cameras, and they have built-in filmic simulations that replicate old film stock.
Yeah.
And so it's like nostalgic, and you have all these different looks. But the beautiful part about it is you can shoot it all in JPEG with these film stocks, and you can do like little video clips. So what I thought about doing is getting one of those cameras. They're not cheap, they're like $3,000.
Yeah.
If you can get one.
Yeah.
Right. And bringing it on like our shoots, it'll only really work when like I'm working with you or with Kirk.
Yeah.
And then through the day, you or I get photos and videos, just little snippets, like some content of the bride, the groom, and obviously us working with it in some BTS.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, we can, because it's all JPEG with the built-in film simulations in it, we can just airdrop it to the bride and groom.
Yeah. How cool is that?
The transfer is really quick.
Yeah,
straight to your iPhone and go, you know
cool.
what? There's 50 photos.
Yeah.
Like you're getting delivered a BTS, professional BTS point of view.
Yeah, not just phone photos.
Yeah. So essentially encapsulating a content creator job, adding some professional pizzazz to it, and then delivering it there on the spot.
Yeah, copyright this.
Yeah. So I'm keen to do it, and I want to do it for fun because we need the content.
We do. Yeah.
And I don't want to do it on a phone.
No, which is what I do because I do the Polaroids. So I'll take a couple of snaps throughout the day and they'll get a whole handful of Polaroids.
Yeah.
But this is a whole other level.
This is a whole other level. This is another cool thing. And we'll just have it it's so small, it can just hang around one of us.
Yeah.
And you've got your shows, I'm doing some video, you get a couple of snaps on the 35mm there and some BTS of us, and it's gonna be a thing. So what's your thoughts on that? Do you think it's cool?
Yeah, I think it is. I think we need more BTS.
Yeah.
People need to see how we work together.
But coming from Fuji, I think is amazing.
Fuji's great.
Yeah.
They're unreal. So I think that's a really good idea.
So anyway, I think that it's kind of like
sneaky plans coming in. We told you.
Yeah, totally.
We have some stuff coming up.
This is just an idea we haven't implemented yet. I'm probably going to pull the pin and grab the camera in the next couple of. I don't know. Probably today. I don't know.
I'll get a message. I have now bought it.
I just see kind of what your thoughts were on that. So we're essentially doing like a content creator. Essentially doing what a content creator does, but like our perspective.
Yeah.
Between what we're doing on a professional
It can be done.
camera.
If you've got two people, easily can be done. Yeah.
Totally.
Get Kirk on it too.
Yeah, 100%.
He's a wicked.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's all I got on that one.
That's all we got. So I think that's wrapping up. We will be seeing each other this weekend coming.
Yeah, so we have a shoot on
We do. We're going to go in the sand dunes.
Oh, no, sorry. It's not the Opera House.
This is, we're heading up to near Nelson Bay.
That's right, sand dunes. All right.
Sand dunes with a fantastic couple. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's going to be super fun.
I've not driven on the sand before.
Neither have I.
No.
Surprisingly.
Courtney has a couple times, but not well.
Okay.
Yeah, she's, as long as one of us has got. So I've got a winch.
You got a winch? That's good.
So we might have to get some behind the scenes because I think
that'll be fun.
People are going to love this.
Yeah.
We're going to get involved.
Should we just leave my car in the car park? And then we go in your car.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have the really awesome purple track mats and a winch.
Yeah, totally.
As long as we got two cars, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking just in case we lose both cars, then we still got mine.
Oh, smart. Yeah. We are 100% losing two cars.
Yeah. Land Cruiser Prado. It'll come to the rescue.
And worst case, I'll call my other half who's got his work queue.
Rescue all of us.
Can you come rescue 3 cars, please?
3. Yeah. Look,
we're going to see each other a couple times in November.
Yes. Yeah. So we've got the 2 shoots.
Yeah. Then we got Opera House coming up.
Yeah, we do. So it's going to be exciting, man.
Got some exciting stuff.
Anyway, so I think, so that is episode
4, wrapped up.
4. Okay, it's number 5. So guys, hold out for number 5. We'll have the content creator on board.
Yes.
So it's going to be super exciting.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'll be very excited to hear their point of view.
Yeah, totally.
She's been doing it for a while, so.
Good stuff. All right,
Good
Kath.
stuff. All right.
All right, mate. That's another one down the hatch.
No one done.
Thanks for trekking up. Enjoy the drive home in the traffic. And we'll see you
We're
for
at 1
next one.
o'clock, so it might only take me a little bit today. It won't take me
Yeah.
several
We'll
hours.
Wrap this up pretty good.
Hour and a half. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty, until the next one, guys. Like, subscribe, follow
Everything.
on Instagram.
Do it all.
Rate us on TikTok, Spotify, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All
Alrighty.
right. Bye.
Hooroo.